Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show. Senator Chris Murphy took aim at Republicans on Monday, comparing Republicans basically to the Islamic State. Reading from the Washington Post here, Chris Murphy, here's what he had to say. This guy is an idiot. Quote, "We have got to make this clear. Constant case that Republicans have decided to sell weapons to ISIS." Yeah, this is a U.S. senator. Murphy said, using an alternative term for the Islamic State militant group, quote, "That's what they've decided to do. ISIS has decided that the assault weapon is the new airplane, and Republicans, in refusing to close the terror gap, unbelievable, refusing to pass bans on assault weapons, are allowing these weapons to get into the hands of potential lone wolf attackers. We've got to make this connection and make it in very stark terms." That's from U.S. Senator, Democrat Chris Murphy, who apparently is a lunatic. Chris Murphy is saying that because the Republicans don't want to take, I don't know, the Second Amendment away, that they are the same thing as ISIS, that they are co-conspirators in terrorist attacks. Is this guy really that stupid? I guess he's trying to play to the liberal base out there, but really this is dangerous rhetoric, and this is pretty ignorant. These are pretty ignorant statements to make. That ISIS is using the assault weapon now as the new airplane. No, Senator Murphy, ISIS has been using bombs and guns for a while now. Maybe you and the other Democrats, including the head of the Democratic Party, President Obama, should pay attention to what ISIS has been doing overseas. They've been throwing gay folks off of towers in Islamic countries. They've been stoning gay people to death. They've been setting people on fire. They have been drowning people. Oh, yes, they've been using car bombs to blow people up. And, yes, they've been using firearms as well. The Republicans have been playing a little bit of ball here with you. Senator John Cornyn here of Texas, he wants to have a 72-hour waiting period where a judge and then authorities have 72 hours. If your name has ever appeared on within the last 5 years on a terror watch list, well, you're going to have to wait 72 hours before the government says the okay for you to buy a gun. If they have a case against you, then they'll come after you and arrest you. Remember, lists aren't perfect. Lists won't prevent terrorism. Chris Murphy has presented the close of the so-called gun show loophole. There is no gun show loophole. And by the way, the terrorist in Orlando did not buy his gun from a gun show. He bought it legally because the FBI dropped the ball. Something else for Chris Murphy to, get it through his mind, and maybe he can become educated on this. The terrorist in Orlando did not use an assault weapon. He used a rifle. It's not an assault weapon. The AR-15 and the Sig Sauer MCX, not assault rifles. Senators like Chris Murphy go on to really hurt the debate when it comes to guns and really everything else that's out there by likening Republicans to ISIS and saying that Republicans are somehow responsible for terrorism here in the United States. Chris Murphy is showing his ignorance and his stupidity, and really, we need fewer Chris Murphys in the U.S. Senate, and honorable men is who we need in the U.S. Senate. Chris Murphy should be ashamed of himself. He should resign for his comments, but he won't. It's just more political theater from the Democrats, from the left, and from Senator Chris Murphy. Hillary Clinton will probably appoint him as vice president now. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio, and don't forget, subscribe to the KFYO YouTube page below. Have a great day.